Okay, I got the motor apart on this unit. The commutator is not too bad, typical grease and stuff. What I wanted to show you on the grease tray for your, this is grease for your drive gear, and it's like hard. You can see lots of grease and gunk in there, but it's complete. I don't see anything that looks fried, which is a good thing. This is the grease down inside the gear drive, and you can see it's pretty hard. The other thing is, this thing is supposed to just freewheel. If I spin this with my finger, it should spin for about a minute. I have to really force it to rotate. So it's gummy. It's like the oil and grease has turned to glue, basically. So I'll just loosen it up and we'll go from there. Nothing to worry about. It's just typical. We get into the E unit, or the reverse unit, and boy, oh boy, we got some corrosion in there. That's going to take some cleaning. It's typical. I just want you to know it's typical, but this is what happens. The wiring is not too bad. What I found was the particular wire that you have sticking up like that was actually a 5th wire on the unit. Up at the top, you see that silver spot at the top? That was a special wire that was plugged in, and it's been soldered in permanently, and then it's been pulled out. But this was actually for the smoke. What it did was it gave the smoke more energy. It gave the coils full track voltage rather than going through the motor and everything else. So advantages, disadvantages. A lot of folks would unplug it. It looks like here the plug broke off or something, and then they tried to fix it. I could see a patch solder, poorly done. And the other thing I was going to point out was that the screws on the tender are not correct. They're black steel. They're silver kind of steel, and they should be black like this screw. So somebody was in here at some time, did some work, obviously, because there's a jumper in this soldering thing. They didn't really damage anything or screw with anything too badly. The tender housing looks fine. There's no date stamp that I can find. No damage. All the screws are in good shape. The decals in pretty good shape. Not any better than the other. I mean, one's as bad as the other, actually. So that should just clean up and be fine. Everything I see here is very typical of an old engine that hasn't been maintained, and it usually just cleans up. I clean the hell out of it and put in new fingers and brushes and springs, and it usually, and maybe a new smoke unit, a new angel hair, we call it, inside the smoke unit. We'll have to see, and a couple light bulbs. But you don't have any, the wiring hasn't been melted or somebody screwed with it, cut it. This is all just cleaning. So 343 should be up and running real soon. Tabs are in good shape. See, this is what yours are going to look like in the other one when I find the right ones and get them in here. I don't want to take these, that's for sure. But I'll figure something out. We'll see what we got. I haven't looked at the other unit, but I notice it has them. It has one and it's screwed in, so I may borrow that one and stick it in there somehow. Okay, well, that's where I'm at. I'm going to put this in a little box and set it on my bench, and then I'm going to start cleaning. All right, bye.